He's joined us in the studio. We are going to talk to him about a whole lot of things. So if you're next to your phones, you may want to get onto Twitter and Facebook as well. Drop your questions. If we find your questions relevant, why not? We'll pose your questions to him. So, we have to say welcome to you. It's the first time we've had you in our studio here. Well, forget about the fact that you called into the show the other day.
I'm cool.
You're cool. Anyway, it's good to have you. How have you been?
Not bad. Pretty good.
How often do you wake up so early this way?
In fact, this week I've been used and therefore I'm exhausted. Normally I wake up around
Used by the media?
Yeah. I've been going to various stations and because of traffic from Trasaco, I have to set up around 5:30. Unfortunately for me today, it was okay. So I had to stop at Golden Tulip and had breakfast just to while away time.
You live at Trasaco, you eat at Golden Tulip. Rich man, aren't you?
No, that is...
You're enjoying the Better Ghana agenda.
Oh. Better Ghana, I'll say.
Is it?
Yeah.
For you to be eating a Golden Tulip.
How much does it cost?
Driving out of
75
Trasaco.
cities. Now, Trasaco is just a hard work. I bought it a couple of years ago, not today, and I don't have water. I always buy water, electricity. Last night it was off. So I had to iron this by 6 o'clock, put it there so that when I wake up, I just put on something. I mean, there's nothing interesting about Trasaco. When you get there, you'll be surprised that, it's no different from other communities.
It's totally different from Nima, totally different from Kanda, totally different from Achimota.
You know what? You mentioned Nima. When you say that, then I miss places like that.
Yeah.
That's, I enjoy places like that, I always go back to my roots, to Kobremli, Lagos town and all that.
Oh, you lived in those areas?
Yeah. And, they have their own small way of, making themselves happy, honestly. When you come to Trasaco, your problems, if you are getting into trouble or problems, it becomes so compounded. It's huge. Somebody in Nima, Lagos town, has his own problem, but he can manage it, okay? And he's just accustomed to whatever is there. And the taste is not that high, and therefore, he can manage things. But if things begin to go bad for you around Trasaco, trust me, you are in trouble. This morning I haven't slept because I woke up around 4:30 just to go through the checks I signed yesterday for payments, to workers and all those. And from here, I'm going to continue, the bills. The bills are too much for me. And when it happens like that, you can't sleep. It's not easy. Anybody who will be able to sleep with problems like this, then I don't think we are a businessman.
Big man, big problems. Is that not it?
Well, yeah. Maybe that's
okay. Did you listen to the president yesterday? And I believe the president's a very good friend of yours.
Yes, I did listen to him yesterday. Yesterday, we decided to keep quiet and let him rattle.
I saw you in black.
Yeah, we were mourning. That's why, But I want to correct him something. Maybe he has to tell the people to change it from the Hansa. He said NHRS, subscribers are 27 million. But when they showed the graph, he was talking about utilization. But the Hansard has captured it, subscribers. We have 25 million. How can you get 27 million subscribers?
That was a mistake.
You
observed very well then.
Yeah, I was listening. I said, oh, boy, my good friend is goofing here, Then I saw the graph. And we're using, utilization. Utilization is different from subscribers.
Subscribers, of course.
Good. I also listened to him. It's so funny when he said they've supplied water to Adenta, East Legon, Jingano, and all those. That is not true.
You're not getting water?
At all.
Could it be your pipelines? Because you haven't had water in a long while. So
yeah, for the past 13 years.
Exactly.
Most of the properties I have there, the tenants, they buy their water. Where I live, I buy water. So I'm surprised.
It could be your pipelines.
How can it be a pipeline?
Well, I heard some engineers from Ghana Water Company, try to explain why some households were not getting water.
Oh, my sister. So we are not dumb in this country. They cannot find excuses for us like that. And you see, what I'm saying I'm not the only person encountering that. At least I have about 26 houses only in East Legon area.
26?
Yeah, and people are renting and everybody is complaining. So how can you say that is the pipeline? Then if it's the pipeline, it means the government hasn't done something right. They have to change it then.
It should have been part of the plan.
Yes. Look, you can call anybody there. They say Adenta. Medina and Adenta. Fortunately for me, Medina, I have a borehole myself and it does the distribution. But the cost of that borehole is that I hear there is salt in the water. So every year you have to change all the toilet seats because it becomes brown. And all this, together makes cost of doing business in this country so expensive. So we shouldn't joke with it.
The president is a good friend of yours, isn't he?
Yes.
Do you talk to him very often?
Not really. Not really. You have to give people space. But sometimes I pass a message to him, look, this and that. Well, one-on-one.
Does he listen?
Some of them, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I can share one
yes,
with you.
Please do.
I got a message, the people who were planning coup and all those things. And my best friend in NDC is Collins Data. That I can just pick a phone and the number comes like that. That very night I called him and unfortunately he didn't pick it. So I had to call a businessman who is close to president. And he got the message. And there were changes at the security, because Ghana is for all of us. You not sit there and say that, the president is not doing well. So if somebody wants to attempt something that will affect everybody.
So you saved him?
I wouldn't say I saved myself too.
You saved yourself too. You
With
saved
Ghana. I don't know how far is that true, but I saw the changes that they did immediately at the Flagstaff House and all those things. It means the message got to him.
But did he call you to say thank you?
He will not say thank you, but he has also done a lot of good things for me.
Has he?
Oh yes, why not?
Since he became president?
Yeah, vice president and all those things.
What did he do?
The office is just here.
Yeah.
My good friend, Salas Ibrahim. President will just give a hamper to Salasi to be given to me for Christmas.
At the time when President Mills says no hampers. And
then
Vice
think
President
it was before that.
Hampers. Okay.
Yeah, but we fell apart somewhere along the line.
You did?
With some issue. But we are back.
What happened?
No, I will tell you.
What was it? Was it over a political reason?
Yes. That one,
You must have said something about him, or?
No, he repeated what I said that I did not say. So I got pissed. Okay. But he explained to me. So look, this is politics.
Anyway, how about energy? Yesterday the president said he will fix it.
When you say you fix it, don't forget that President Mahama himself said he's been the luckiest vice president because President Mills gave him all the latitude to do everything. Okay? So he cannot run away from the fact that when they were campaigning in 2008, and I quote, Dumsor will be the thing of the past. And in 7 years down the line, this is the 7th year, you come and tell us that you're going to fix it?
So you don't believe him?
I don't. No. The problem is so overwhelming that it cannot be solved right now. And it makes it serious for some of us doing business. If I tell you how much I'm paying, electricity bill and the diesel, you baffle. It's not pleasant for anybody. And therefore, I wouldn't politicize issues. But for him to tell us that until he does it, I will not believe him because he has made several promises and he couldn't do it.
So you'd rather he kept quiet and worked?
Precisely. Well, as a president, you cannot just come out and say that, give your State of the Nation address and will not address the issue. Okay? But if you tell me by December, look, do you know the damage it would have caused to businesses in this country by December? As I speak, my electricity bill in 3 months is 419,000 Ghana cedis. That is ECG. Besides that, when they started, I think every week, a business will go off straight 48 hours. And sometimes Instead of 6 to 6, 6 to 6, they start at 1 a.m. And I buy diesel 17,000 Ghana cedis a week for 1,000 kVA generator supplying 8,000 tons cold store. So this month, I paid 56,000 Ghana cedis on diesel alone. You know how much electricity bill that came? Before this 48 hours power cut, I was paying 108,000 Ghana cedis electricity. But there were intermittent power fluctuation and, you try and buy the diesel. But this time, it's constant, 48 hours every week. We are off. When the electricity bill came, it was 99,234 Ghana cedis. Just take that from 108 and see. Then add my 56 and see the difference. About 42,000 Ghana cedis extra. You know, how much are you making just to pay 156,000 Ghana cedis on electricity or diesel and it? You know, it's not easy. So if the president says by December, I get scared, I don't know how many businesses will fold up. It's not easy. And I know here we are also facing the same problem because they wouldn't say that this is TV3 and therefore this is the most beautiful TV station, won't cut you off. We are also buying diesel.
We're actually running on a generator right now.
Good.
Yeah.
So for president to say that December, so gee, we are in trouble. Yeah.
You don't believe it. You don't see any.
I get scared. No, I get scared when he say December, because from now till December, my dear, a lot of businesses will fold.
So these people will be laid off as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Then telling me he'll fix it. In 2008, a leader with a vision by now would have solved the problem because they had at least a clue from the mistake NPP did in 2006, 2007. We had that.
Couldn't the NPP have solved this thing, once and for all?
You see, the time it started, it took them off guard.
In 2006, 2007.
Yes, it took them off guard. So they were rushing to solve the problem, the immediate ones. Okay? But let me tell you, how do we solve it? I, Kenneth Japan, sitting here, read my lips. My company represents Sino Hydro because we brought the Bui Dam here, the company that built the Bui Dam. Is it not MPP? Is it not MPP? And if I tell you what is happening at Bui, you'll be surprised.
What is happening?
Look, first of all, I'll give credit to NDC because the feasibility studies that I chanced on at Ministry of Energy was done by NDC about Bui Dam. But we improved on it. We took it to China. We went there about 13 times before we got the deal through. Okay, $622 million for 400 megawatts. What have they done?
They look for extra 200 million.
Again, good. And what have they done?
They completed the project.
I have a pen drive. When you see the shoddy work a company that I represent did, say, wow. And what was my good friend Esiedun Ketia doing as a board chairman? What was the brother of the vice president doing as chief executive? You don't inspect it? They shortchange Ghanaians like that? Please, not because I represent them in this country. When they do something wrong, I would not say.
But when you were doing the shoddy work, where were you?
My brother, my sister, who were cut off completely. New government takes over. My good friend, board chairman, who has a company that supplies blocks.
Cement blocks.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do that. But we stayed away, allowed them to do it. It was a poor subvision. That is why they don't produce to the maximum capacity. Poor subvision.
But the engineering was done by you.
Not done by me.
But I mean, by the NPP. The engineering of the project was
yes,
done by the NPP.
Yes, but
so if we're encountering problems with Bui, then you must bear the
You will not, in the sense that we only cut the sword. We went there, organized the money. We lost power. A new government comes in. They start the project. every MPP man was cut off. You cannot even go there.
Why did we have to source for additional funding?
Ask them. Because let me tell you, the original designs, we had a university attached to it. Yeah. We had a university, Cornell University was coming to build African campus attached to Bui Dam.
And that didn't happen.
Yeah, I stopped it.
You stopped it?
Of course.
Why? I mean, if you love Ghana,
why wouldn't I stop it? They were talking a lot of trash.
But that was selfish on your part.
They were talking a lot of trash.
That was selfish on your part.
It's not selfish. I wanted to prove to them that they can't do it. They don't have the vision. They don't have no foresight. Only chop, chop. Chop, chop.
Chop, chop.
And that is
nobody chopped in your time.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. But look, the difference is that you eat in the pot. You collapse everything. When you eat outside it, it means what is inside here, you have protected it. What in simple terms, what I'm trying to say is, when you give a contract to NPP guy, he will execute it and take his margins. Then, again, value for money, they will check. Because if I tell you the information and the documents I have on the Kasoa interchange, I ask myself, I feel so guilty being a politician.
Why don't you make it public if you do have documents?
Yeah, I have the documents. Inflated figures.
It and went when the consultant didn't go through Parliament. You were in Parliament.
Parliament. You sit in Parliament, they bring an item that this is costing 20 cedis. How would you know? Unless you are in business. Okay? We have very good lawyers in Parliament. What they normally look out for is value for money. Make sure all the agreements, the technically are done. Okay? But because I'm into business, when I see, if you tell me this TV costs, like, let me give you a curved TV by Samsung, the 55-inch on top of my head, I go to Best Buy, it's $8,000. I went to West Hill Mall. When I saw the price, I started laughing. Okay? I'm just giving you scenarios. So when I chanced on that document, I said, Ish, what is going on? You know, it could have done about 4 times of that interchange. And I don't want to reveal my source. Look, a consultancy fee with even ancillary over Kasoa area, the guy would still have charged $1.2 million. But they made it 4.7. And they were going to use the rest to buy cars. Jesus Christ. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
I think the road minister has spoken about this several times.
Spoken about what?
Hasn't he?
Spoken about what?
Because he really thinks that the NPP doesn't know anything about what they're talking about concerning that project here.
Posterity or judges.
Okay. Now let's talk about you, Mr. Japon. As Sam George said recently, just a few days, you took on the NPP. Yeah. Why do you always take on your party?
Why not? If they fool, I'll let them know that they are foolish.
How often do they fool?
Well, it depends on, whatever you do.
What's the latest foolishness?
Yeah, the latest foolishness is that, let me give you scenarios in this country. I'm from Central Region. I have all the information, the strategy NDC used to win in Central Region. They were smart. They went to a meeting and said, look, this thing should stay within us. It shouldn't go beyond Central Region. The target is Central. They did a map. Pointed out the president from here, former president from here, Central Region. We've never had president. So let's vote for President Mills. I do a few here. Is it not tribal? But no, I don't have a problem with it if he takes advantage of it. We had 16 seats, and because of that, we lost 8 of them. Okay? Did any of the NDC people who planned this program or strategy went out there to tell MPP that, no, this is our strategy?
You're talking about the Osafo Mafu tape?
Yes. That is when I made that statement at Adum TV. Okay? They go out there, do all their machinations to win election. That is political strategy. And if you are not smart, you will never get to wherever. And President Mahama was quoting President Nkrumah that seek ye first political kingdom and the rest will follow. You know, we sought for political kingdom in 1957. What we need now is economic freedom. That's what I want the president to know. But again, he was seeking for political kingdom first, and the rest he thinks he can manage. It's true that if you seek or sought for political kingdom and you're a good manager, you elect or select a group of people that can run the country for you. So he, in a way, he's right. But what is prevailing in the country, I think we need economic freedom. Okay, good. There are so many instances NDC people have gone to plan whatever they want to do. Have you heard them leaking tapes and all those things? You know, first of all, the last time, and I have a problem with people in Eastern region now, because first, Nana Addo went to Eastern region, felt talking to his own people. He said, all die be die. All die be die, that he said doesn't mean anything. Because, and you, the media, I blame you. Politicians will not be the cause of civil war or anything in this country, but media.
Why?
Why? Because the man said, almost say, they say, we the Akans. Then you cut off, almost say. Yenidie, Yesra the anti now, all die be die. Or they are sure, all die be die. In my case, when the MP was repeating here, I am not scared of anything that I've said, because I thought of it and I still maintain it. No two ways about it. Because there is no single human being in this country who is superior than the brother or sister. And therefore, we should all enjoy justice. But if you have accounts, especially the Kwawus, who have lived in Ododio for so many years, now it comes to registration and you say that, Obianko Kro, go to your hometown. We are not going to allow you to register here. It did not end there. Then he started beating the people. Esla was beating one guy. I had to take him to hospital, you know, because from Okaikwe South or so, he didn't have money. A Muslim guy, I have to take him, you know, all these things were going on. Then that very fateful day, I have two Voltarians, one Northern, one Equiapim, and one guard, the Ododio chairman. They all came to my house and said, look, you need to help us. So what's the problem? Then the two Voltarians called somebody in Volta region, in Konya area, and was reporting to me. I said, oh, let me put you on Oman FM. Then he said, oh, no, you know, I'm still working for Cocoa Board. So if I do that, they'll sack me. So whilst I had the other phone, I was also on Oman FM reporting what was going on at Nkonya. And I said, so I asked the guy, what about you if the chief beats Gongo or whatever that they should go, minors should go and register? Can't you prevent them? Say, hey, they are beating us, we can't do anything. Then the Ododio chairman, so we are beating us. So I said, look, if you think Ododio Accra is your stronghold and you beat MPP supporters, if you think Volta region is your stronghold and you beat MPP people, then we'll also beat Gals and Ewes in Ashanti region.
But that was wrong for you to
say. It is not.
Why?
I still maintain that.
Why do you maintain that?
Yes, I still maintain that. Look, let me tell you. There was one regional minister, and you know, it's past, so I don't want to say. The day before, after the beating Esla and the rest, a text message went round that we are going to loot account shops. And the 3 p.m., they were looting account shops at Kantamanto. What do you mean? Are they not Ghanaians? I read my lips. I said that, and I mean it. How can I say that?
You are not apologetic.
No way. No way.
You have
Who apologized to Esla? Who apologized to the boy I took to hospital? Please, give me a break. We are all human beings. You think I'm scared? I still maintain that. Read my lips. What is happening in this country? One person will do it, he goes away. Let me tell you let me tell you something that happened that day. They thought MPP people were going to revenge Esla's beating and them. So the police armed themselves. Shoot to kill. That was instruction by the commander. Shoot to kill. When they got there and saw the bands of NDC people, they stopped. Please, what are you talking about? Now, who says I'm afraid? I am not. I still maintain that. What did Ghanaians tell Neil and Van der Poel? What did they say to him? You have covered that and used that my statement. Please, I will not apologize to anybody.
Never.
Never. I maintain it.
But you have Ghana friends, you have ever friends.
Yes, because they know. I said if. Do you understand? If.
Of course.
The word if. If you continue beating our people, we also beat them in our strongholds. Yes, I still maintain that. And you call me violent? The person who has gone there to beat people, they were in pool of blood, and nobody says anything to them. Give me a break.
So you don't even care when people describe you as an abusive person.
Now, you see,
you use temperate language.
You see, the very people who use temperate language and abuse people, anytime you counter them, then they will jump and say that because Ghanaians will tell you, oh, as for NDC, that is the way they are, so leave it. Excuse me.
But there's also the general thought that the NPP, considering your tradition from UP, you've always been like that. You've always been ethnocentric.
You see, that is fallacy of argumentum. And now let me explain to you. The gentleman, my colleague MP, was here talking about Kwame Nkrumah. Who overthrew Kwame Nkrumah? Was it not Kutuka, also from Volta region? Don't miss history here, okay? And we are talking about MPP. How many years this Rawlings ruled in this country and propagated against accounts, destroying accounts business, deliberate.
So you don't find anything wrong with Mr. Osafo Mafu's tape?
What did he say?
Do you think it was doctored?
I don't find anything wrong with it. I would have said more.
You would have?
Yes.
So you think it was doctored?
Yes.
He said it's been doctored.
Well, to him, yes. But if it were me, I would have said worse things because my people go and look for job. Parents pay their school fees to go to the same university with any tribe in this country. And when they finish, your name can Japan. Oh, you are an account, no job. Excuse me.
But is that happening?
Yes, that is what is
Give me one example.
All the ministries, go and check. Go and check.
They are denying accounts?
Oh, precisely.
But there are several accounts at the ministries.
But what? Go and check. Check. And I tell you, this recruitment, police, they have already finished the list, taking NDC people.
But I hear some of you MPs have been pushing people into. You had
the MPs that will get chance. The MPs that will get chance will be NDC MPs.
You've never pushed anybody.
Hell no. Look, I can also tell you, MPP people, because of bureaucracy and whatnot, all the 8 years in government, it was only Honorable Kandapa who helped me with one lady who wanted to go to police. My sister, I'm pissed with what is going on in this country. Because look, my hometown is where Ghana Immigration Training School is. When they were fighting with the government that they would not allow them to use it as immigration school, I said, oh, at least it will create jobs. Some of you will get it. Sweetheart, when they are recruiting from MPP time till now, I will not exclude MPP. They are the same. They are the same. MPP people, those days, if you are not a minister...
So they were also denying evidence.
Yes, I didn't get it. No, I'm talking about myself. Even as an MP of that area, and the land, not only MP, the land belongs to me. I'm the chief of that area and gave it to my younger brother.
But I want to find out, when you were in power, was the NPP also denying FS and guns and...
Hell no. Look at what went on. Look at what went on. The businesses, I know NDC people who got a lot of businesses from President Kufuor's time.
And you people are not getting businesses now?
Oh, how can Japan go there? I'm not even worried about it. You know, my policy, although it's not good, I don't find anything wrong with it if NDC gives a job to NDC member. I don't have a problem.
You don't?
No. I don't
because you would do say?
I don't. I believe that we are all Ghanaians. That is why, look, let me tell you, all the projects I'm doing, when it comes to construction, you can't beat Airways. Okay? Masons, plumbers, carpenters, painters, just say, all kinds of artisans, they are all Airways and few guns. Because my own people...
But there are Airways occupying top positions as well. And guns occupy top positions. So it's not just that. They are not just for artisans.
No, hold on. Let me land. Don't change. What I'm saying is, I employ about 80% of my workers are Ewes. So anybody who sits there and say that you don't like Ewes, it is only by virtue of being born in Waterland. But when it comes to assistant, putting food in people's mouth, I do more than the original Ewes themselves.
Okay, you're a very rich man.
I'm not.
You are.
I mean, you
already just said you have 26 houses only in
I have
East
108 houses. East Legon is 26, if you want to
108 houses?
Yes, I work hard.
You work hard. What do you do?
About it. I do a lot of things.
There are some who think that you're a drug dealer.
Yeah, you see, the drug dealers in the long run, they fail. Okay?
Maybe you are just a smart drug dealer.
You run your mouth on television everywhere criticizing people, and if you are a drug dealer, nobody will say anything to you. You think you are God. And have you ever
Why do people think you're a drug dealer?
Yeah, because I'll be honest with you. If you want, I'll be blunt.
Please do.
About 85% of the successful businessmen in this country, one way or the other, dealt in drugs. And therefore, they don't believe that a genuine businessman.
So you are a genuine businessman?
Oh, of course.
You've never peddled drugs?
Hell no. Yes.
So.
As for relatives, yes. My relatives, they've done it and they link me to it. But there are evidences there to show that I was not part of it because certain actions I took. When you go, they have the police record there. You know, so I'm okay. But
so you are friends with some of these drug dealers then?
But how would I know that he's a drug dealer? With my mouth, he will not tell me what he's doing. So he can be my friend, and his business is his business. I will not poke my nose into his business until he
But
gets
every time a cocaine discussion comes up, your name is mentioned.
Yeah, because I'm a guy in town. You get a lot of politicians who are not exposed. They don't go out there. You know, tomorrow there's a nice party going on. I'm going to be there. Okay? I see a lot of people. I mingle with the ordinary people.
And you show off as well.
I mingle with the ordinary people. I don't understand what you mean by show off. You see a PK seller selling PK on the street. And if I get this far, you want me to keep quiet? I have to speak to encourage young men and women to, do same. That it is not only drugs that can make you successful. Okay, I was selling PK, yes, PK chocolate, Tatranazet, yes, rum, on a board like this, and still going to school. And you come and sit here. When I was washing plates in Germany, where were you? When I was driving taxi in America, where were you? When I was a gas attendant at Gasiteria and the rest, where were you? When I was working with Lawyer Siedu, Amnesty program in New York, where were you? Then you just think, oh, the guy has made money and therefore he's a drug dealer. I will not accept that.
You are good friends with Amoateng, weren't you? The former MP.
Yeah.
Did you know about his trade?
No, I don't know. Even when he was in Parliament, I didn't know him until, because he was such a quiet guy, and he was a new guy. To me, I didn't know until he had this problem. Okay? But you think I brag. I don't. I want to
You don't brag?
Yeah, because I say, I give you my background, where I started and where I'm going. Where I'm going, I've not even achieved 20% of my dream. So don't say that I'm rich to, get me
Well, if you have
off
108 houses,
No.
you are very rich.
No, I'm not comparing myself to Ghanaian standards here. Why somebody should be a billionaire and I can't be a billionaire. I got to work.
Yeah. So how rich are you?
Nah, I don't know. I'm not going to say that.
But you're fine. I mean,
Oh, I can live comfortably.
you can live comfortably.
Yeah,
okay.
comfortably.
There's also another thing in town about you, that you're a bit of a womanizer.
Look, you see, any man who says that, if he's in my position, he'll do worse things. So what do you mean by I'm a womanizer? I'm fine, the women, they like me, you think, yeah, so be it. Yeah.
How many children do you have?
I have a lot of children. I have 13 kids, good schools.
With different women?
Yeah, no problem.
Why?
I take care of them, so what's your problem?
But I mean, you keep producing, multiplying. You don't use condoms.
I don't believe in condoms.
Why?
Because I can tell you, my mother had me when she was 19 years, okay? And she, in village standard, she came from a rich home. I use the word village standard that time. And my father was a radical, a fine boy, very smart, a footballer.
Just like you.
Well, I wouldn't say that. If you say that to me, then okay. Because if I say that, it's, oh, the guy is bragging, so I would say that. And what happened was, they thought my father was, rough. So they would not allow her to marry my father. Okay. So my grandfather, who was the chief then, had his people around, and even that time I was born, and they said they should go and pick that young baby boy, throw him into a latrine, because they don't want anything from my father to be in the family. That's what my grandfather, who was the chief, said. Then there was a guy there, you know, every village or town, you get somebody, you know, you see him, you think he's a mad guy, this and that, but he listened to every conversation and quickly reported to my father's mother. And the two mothers were nice. My grandmother from my mother's side agreed to the relationship. My father's mother also agreed to the relationship. But rather my, you know. So he quickly told my mother that this is what was going on. And my father was then teaching at Wa. So quickly she ran away. That is how I was saved. And today, all those people who plan at the palace, I take care of them, their children, and their grandchildren.
Imagine.
Okay? So the Bible says the stone that was rejected became the cornerstone of the building.
Are you religious?
I believe in God, yes. Only a fool will say that there is no God to me.
Okay.
I believe
so
in
you
God.
believe in God?
Yeah, but I don't believe in the so-called pastors.
And you believe there are diseases to be contracted if you don't use a condom?
Yes.
Yeah, HIV
and who says if you use condom, you can't contract disease if you are having sex with the woman?
How can you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, if...
The condom is there to protect you.
Hold on. You talk of HIV, I agree with you. But again, what about hepatitis? If you kiss a woman and the woman has hepatitis B, you also get it. You see, the way they talk about things.
So you're not afraid of HIV?
I do.
Are you going to have more kids? Without, are you going to go into more sexual relationships without a condom?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel shy about anything.
How many girlfriends do you have?
I don't have a girlfriend. I have wife. 2. So what's your
Two
problem?
wives?
Yes.
They understand each other.
Oh yeah, why not? You know, we gotta make sure the respect is there. That's all.
All right.
You know, I'm not those politicians who will come and lie and, you know, the next day they are in trouble because they lied here. And before you ask that question, I know you know a lot. So I wouldn't even want to say no.
Honorable Kennedy Ejapong, Member of Parliament for Aseno. Thank you so much.